I'm interested in forming an LLC for a real estate investment property. I kind of want to go the cheaper way, just going on to LegalZoom or something similar like that. Alternatively, I could hire a lawyer. What would you recommend? Is it okay to cut corners and kind of make this a do-it-yourself project, or is it something that I truly do need the expertise of a lawyer?
An LLC is a limited liability company. And as a general rule, it's a good idea to have your investment properties inside LLCs. The reason why is that in many states, most states, the LLC provides some liability protection for you. It provides both internal liability protection, meaning some protection against liability that emerges from the property itself, right? Somebody slips and falls on your property and sues you, right? They can't sue you personally because you don't own the LLC. They can only sue the LLC. So at most, you will lose the contents of the LLC, i.e. the property. So that's a nice protection to have. It can also provide some protection from external liability, meaning liability from something that has nothing to do with what's in the LLC, your personal liability. Let's say you get sued for malpractice, and it's extremely rare, of course, but let's say they get a judgment that's not reduced on appeal, and you're forced to declare bankruptcy. Now that LLC may protect that asset. This is all state law dependent, of course. But assuming there's other investors in that LLC, other owners in that LLC, there's no reason that the state should hurt them just because you have a judgment against you. And so it will provide that creditor nothing more than a charging order, meaning when the LLC distributes income to you, that creditor can get that income, but they can't force the LLC to sell the property, nor can they force the LLC to distribute income. So that's the benefit of having an LLC. And this is all varies by state. So the first thing to do when considering an LLC is to look at your state LLC laws. I mean, is this even giving you significant protection in your state? If not, maybe skip the hassle altogether. The other thing to keep in mind is LLCs have different prices in different states. For example, I'm in Utah. Here it costs $70 to start an LLC, and I think it's $15 a year you got to pay to keep it active. So no big deal. You go to California, it's like $800 a year. And if this is not a very, expensive property, $800 a year is a significant amount of the income from that property that it's, eating up just from the LLC fees. But as far as whether you need a lawyer or not, forming an LLC is ridiculously easy, at least in my state. I mean, it's like a 2-page form you fill out. You just go to the state website and fill it out. It's no big deal. I wouldn't even think about getting a lawyer for it. I did not get a lawyer when I originally set up an LLC for the White Coat Investor. Of course, we have a general counsel now for WCI, and they look over everything we do. But just forming an LLC that owns one investment property, that's not a very hard thing. And I would feel very comfortable with that as a do-it-yourself project. If you need a lawyer, you can always go hire one. But, I don't know that you get much from going to LegalZoom or something online. You can literally just go to the state website where you form LLCs and fill out their forms. That's all there is to it. It's no big deal.
The hosts of The White Coat Investor are not licensed accountants, attorneys, or financial advisors. This podcast is for your entertainment and information only. It should not be considered professional or personalized financial advice. You should consult the appropriate professional for specific advice relating to your situation.